so hot.
So it's still too much? But this dish doesn't taste any good if left to cool for too long. Keqing, you're here! Kirara just delivered a bunch of fresh fish from Inazuma. I was just thinking that since she came all this way, I should make some piping hot Liyue cuisine for her. After all, a bit of heat is worth 3 fresh ingredients.
So good. Hot. So good. Mihoyo. Hot.
Please, don't feel obligated. We've got plenty of cold dishes here in Liyue too. I can whip one up for you.
But this boiled fish really is delicious. I want to try some more. Phew. Cold water. Soak it in some cold water. Cool it off first. Meow. Too spicy.
Hey, take it easy. Here, quick. Put this rice ball in your mouth. Dad says it helps with the spiciness.
Meow. That's a bit better.
Let me think. What are some good choices for cold dishes?
Wow. This onigiri is great too. Just as delicious as Granny's, sweet and sour.
That's a given. I added steamed potatoes and sweet flowers, as well as dried plums and berries. Why'd you eat it all already?
Tongue! My tongue! It's on fire! Hot!
It only helps with the spiciness while it's in your mouth. Quick, here's another, and this time, don't just scarf it down.
This style has a certain light-hearted charm. I believe Ayaka would find it pleasing. Now, this is a fortuitous encounter, Keqing. I had previously pre-ordered a batch of fabrics from Ogura's, and they would typically be delivered to the Kamisato estate for us to make our selection. However, as I was already at Tenchokaku today for discussions with Her Excellency, the Almighty Shogun, I thought I might as well stop by and review them in person. Were these meant for ordinary use, then they would naturally be handled by the relevant staff. However, consideration for attire used in official functions begins with the fabric and colors. These I often see to personally. After all, given the Kamisato clan's role within the Yashiro Commission, overseeing cultural and civil affairs, even minor choices regarding textile patterns draw public scrutiny. Many merchants market their products using Yashiro Commission-approved labels after our annual procurements. I did once delegate the task, but vendors rushed to offer my representative bribes, and the temptation proved too much for him. It was no small matter to resolve. I have personally overseen such matters since. A stitch in time saves 9. Hey, the Yashiro Commission's duties are never simple. I've grown accustomed to it. I've already narrowed it down to 2 candidates, yet I find myself hesitating between them. Keqing, would you lend me your judgment? You are one of our most esteemed guests. More importantly, you're Ayaka's close friend. Rather than being merely okay, I would say none are better suited. In any case, your bearing and sophistication assure me of your excellent taste in fabrics. A fine choice. Excuse me, this is the one. Please bundle 5 bolts for delivery to the Kamisato estate. My gratitude. It was quite the dilemma. I still have a few other matters to attend to. Once the garments are ready, please do visit our estate. With the quality fabric you selected, their beauty is assured. Farewell for now, I King. Until our next meeting.
No, that's no good. The abstract needs to be more detailed.
Excuse me, Miss Layla?
But if we go too in-depth, it might come off as indistinct from the main body. Oh, how am I going to do this?
Miss Layla, shall we discuss this inside? We can sit down and chat.
Sorry, so sorry. I didn't mean to spiral. I just couldn't help thinking about my thesis again.
It's fine. I've treated several academia students before. You can say I've encountered similar states of mind to yours.
You've been to Sumeru?
Yes, a scholar there once invited me to help treat his students.
Really? And did any of them have severe issues?
I wouldn't go that far. Just long-term insomnia, terror, paranoia, as well as acute tinnitus and vertigo.
I'd rather face the monsters. If you succeed, then all is well. If you fail, at least you'll never worry about anything else again. But a thesis. I don't even know what counts as success or failure. I'd finally squeezed a third draft out, but upon seeing it, my advisor just flipped it face down on the desk and said, "Forget your thesis for now. First, you need to go to Isa Bathhouse in Inazuma. Relax and recover a bit. I've already made the arrangements for you."
That's correct. I received a letter from Miss Layla's advisor in advance, with details about her situation and a request to provide therapy for her. I think it's quite likely that a mutual acquaintance shared my contact information.
No, things can't be that simple. My thesis isn't done. We've just started our research topic, and I have a pile of unsubmitted work from my research group. Maybe my advisor thinks I'm totally useless and wants to get rid of me. This must be my advisor's last gift, the last bath I'll ever take. Once I return to the academia, I'll be expelled and then left alone in a corner, doing star charts. Doing star charts forever.
It's just as the letter said. Her symptoms are extremely severe. How long has she had this condition? However, her advisor's letter clearly acknowledges her abilities, emphasizing constantly that she is their most outstanding student. Perhaps it's Layla who doesn't believe in her own abilities, thus triggering these symptoms. Evidently, a more thorough evaluation is required.
Excuse me. I'm going in now. If there's any letters for me, please sign for them.
Don't worry, I will help her. In fact, I've already come up with a preliminary treatment plan. Now, time to formally begin treatment. Don't worry, I will help her. In fact, I've already come up with a preliminary treatment plan. Now, time to formally begin treatment.
I'm stuffed! And this time, my tongue was safe from being burned by heat or spice? Thanks, Chongy Wing!
No trouble at all, miss. With a well-stocked kitchen like Xiangling's, making a bowl of noodles is nothing.
See? What did I say? Told you I knew someone who makes delicious cold dishes. That's right! Chongy Wing's signature dish. Cold noodles with mountain delicacies. It's just perfect for Kirara.
I was passing through the area when Xiangling came up to me. Said she had something really urgent she needed my help with, so I followed her, and wound up making a bowl of noodles with some sides for Miss Kirara. Yes, a happy coincidence. I used one of my recipes to prepare a simple meal. Thankfully, it seems to suit Kirara's tastes, too.
Chongy Wing, come on! No need to act like a stranger. If you keep this up, I won't take you to see Iori or Ito? Chongy Wing said he's always wanted to see supernatural creatures, but for some reason, he's never managed to. Ito's a full-blooded Oni, and Ioroi's a proper great yokai, and it just so happens that I can make the introductions.
Yeah, great yokai. Do they... Miss Kirara, what exactly are the spirits and monsters of Inazuma like? Do they ever harm people with magic? If they're really fierce, I can always ask Lan Yian from Chen Yuveil's Lan clan to help. Her family's Shimen arts will definitely be able to subdue them. Right. And there's also my friend Xingqiu. His swordmanship is top-notch, and he'll definitely help. That's just the sort of noble soul he is.
Hey! Don't get the wrong idea, Chongy Wing. Ioroi and Ito are both good people. Good yokai.
The worst, and I mean the absolute worst thing that Ito's ever done is refusing to admit he lost a card game. He still owes me Tricolor Dango for that. Ioroi is also nice. It just... Every time I pass through Chinju Forest, he drags me into playing hide and seek.
Huh? That's completely different from what I've read.
Hee. The books also say that everyone in Liyue stands on swords while they surf through the skies. Don't believe everything you read. That settles it. You're taking the boat with me in a few days. I'll take you to see them and my granny too.
Very well. I'll start getting ready now. Right. And I'll need to bring my yokai booklet too.
Okay, I've got it! Thank you, Kale. If you're interested, you can also read the section on Nylopala lotuses in a study of the properties of rainforest vegetation. If anything gives you trouble, come find me anytime, and we can talk about it. Understood. Thanks again, Kale. I told you not to say thank you so much. Hi, King. It's you? Please, don't tease me like that. No! I was just helping out my junior colleagues with some of their homework on plant identification. That's all. There were originally only supposed to be 2 or 3 people coming over for a quick study session. But I never imagined so many people would show up. Once again, it was Master Tignari who stepped in. He helped us reserve one of the bigger unused classrooms. We never could have had seats for everyone otherwise. It's just that I had planned to sit down with everyone and review the questions together. But Master Tignari made me go up to the podium. It was my first time up there. There were so many people down below that I froze. Couldn't say a single word. I'd prepared for days in advance, even reorganized all my notes from my old patrols. But once I was up there, my mind just went blank. I couldn't remember anything. Thankfully, Master Tignari did the introduction for me and had everyone say their piece. He then summarized all their questions and left it to me to answer them. I loosened up after answering the first few and really started to get into it. By the end, I almost forgot he was still there. I guess I must have been really focused. Yeah! And it's also thanks to everyone else's help too. Wow! That's right. I was just so busy today. I haven't had much to eat since this morning. I'm gonna go eat now. I still have to go be his teaching assistant later. See you next time, King. Maybe next time I'm up there on the podium, it'll be for an official lecture, not just tutoring.
I promised Kale some rich mushroom soup tonight. Other than mushrooms, I still need to buy a few seasonings. I know. What are you looking at? Interested in trying the shroom variety?
No, but I am pondering a related question. It's you, Traveler. That joke wasn't bad. Allow me to soak it in.
Huh? What did he say just now? Micro. Myco.
Not bad. I like it.
Please, you two. That's enough. It's almost time to eat. King, care to join us? Call A would be delighted if you were there.
Not bad. Still, it's a pity. I haven't found any new shrooms yet.
New shroom? Now that's one I've never heard. Is it some newly discovered species? That can't be it. I keep track of every project related to cultivating new species, but I've never heard that name.
Exactly. After all, the newsrooms have yet to make the press release.
I know. You're finishing every last drop of this soup tonight. Got that?
Okay, let's get one more clip. Yeah, those moves are perfect. Hi, King! Small world. Actually, I was brought on as a bodyguard for a Fontanian merchant ship recently. We docked at Roe Maritime Harbor 2 days ago, and it'll be a while before we depart, so I figured I'd do some city sightseeing. I'd heard merchants raving about Fontanian clockwork mecca. Gotta say they weren't kidding. The craftsmanship's exquisite, and those dance moves? Now that's what I call elegance. I was just thinking, steps like those would be perfect for a human dancer too. Kinda. This is for my lady Dunyarzad and Nilu though. They're working on some new choreography and have been asking around for ideas. I was just thinking I could record these mechanical dancers and have them view the clips. Who knows, might spark some ideas. Still, that tall one. Coppelius, right? His moves seem to require some power to pull off. Not only does he have to spin his partner around at high speed, but he also needs to lift her up. That's gonna take some serious strength between my lady and Nilu. Who's gonna do that exactly? Me? Oh, no. I can muddle my way through some simple steps, but a complex routine, not my thing. Last time, Dunyarzad dragged me onto the dance floor. The beat ran circles around me. I kept stepping on her dress, and we both nearly tripped. During the break, she changed into a short skirt and had me follow her lead. Dancing with her? Of course I liked it, but I'm just not cut out to be a dancer, no matter how you slice it. Still, if she wants to practice a dance like this, I'll just have to grit my teeth and try to take the lead. Guess I'll have Dunyarzad dig that old skirt out once I get back. Looks like it'll finally see some use again. Guess I'll have Dunyarzad dig that old skirt out once I get back. Looks like it'll finally see some use again.
Nice. I like the rain.
Ah, traveler. Hello to you as well. I am the same as always. Thank you for your concern. Yes, you noticed. The morning paper forecasted rain here at precisely this hour. In my experience, predictions of this nature are not entirely reliable. Yet today, the downpour arrived on schedule. A stroke of luck. Thank you. Though I do realize that standing in the rain is only my personal predilection, and that most would find it odd. Are you certain you wish to stand here with me while it pours unceasingly? I see. Yes, I recently overheard a few Melusines complaining that the weather seemed to be conspiring against them. For instance, whenever they carry an umbrella with them, hardly a single cloud shows itself. Yet when they gamble on sunshine, a downpour awaits. Naturally, I know that there is no causal relationship at work, having personally tested the theory. And, well, put simply, it didn't hold water. Yet the fact you brought this up now makes me wonder. Perhaps today's rain arrived thanks to you. You jest, I presume. I'd feared this squall might have soured your plans, but I'm glad it doesn't seem to have dampened the mood. So it is. One's thoughts drift easily while standing alone in the rain. For instance, I am currently pondering how the raindrops that descend from the skies and the bubbles of air that rise from the depths broadly fall under the same category of phenomenon. Do they not? Well, a passable joke, yes? Very well. Your feedback has been noted. I am glad to have received your acknowledgement. I am glad to have received your acknowledgement.
Which is to say that as long as someone passes the exam and gets a domestic services provider license, they'll be able to take more repair and cleaning jobs.
That's exactly it, Ms. Kuki. The Yashiro Commission is promoting training and exams for housekeeping skills to help boost employment opportunities for residents seeking work.
Oh, hey, King. That's right. I'm looking into the Yashiro Commission's housekeeping training programs. Toma says that as long as you complete a full course and pass the exam, the Yashiro Commission will issue you an official license. It's a significant advantage for job seekers.
I imagine that with your talent, getting the license should be a piece of cake.
You flatter me. But while exams don't faze me, the rest of the Arataki gang. Boss's last job was to give exfoliating back scrubs at I Saw Bathhouse. But he went at it a bit too hard, and ended up scrubbing skin off too. Last month, Akira helped grill skewers at Shimura's. For every one he grilled, he ate 3. Shimura's would have been in the red for the whole month if bystanders hadn't intervened. And then there's Mamoru and Genta, who she's the only one who doesn't cause trouble, and that's because he doesn't need to work. Right on the money. When I asked, they all replied in perfect unison. Sorry we got fired again, ha ha. In short, aside from me, the entire Arataki gang is presently unemployed.
So, Ms. Kuki, I take it that you intend to secure licenses for the gang, and in doing so, improve their job prospects?
Yep, my thoughts exactly. But just dragging them there to take the test is probably pointless. It's better if I get the license first. Then I can go back and tutor them myself. That's much more likely to succeed.
Very thorough. In that case, are you ready to enroll right now?
Give me a bit. I need to go back and fetch my documents and also give the boss a heads up.
Sounds good. Once you're ready, you can find me at the Yashiro Commission to register. You can sign up at any time before I go on leave.
Got it. I'll be quick. Thanks, Toma.
Now that's someone who doesn't mess around. Been a while, I King. What do you think? I am. The Yashiro Commission is spearheading the Domestic Services Training Program, and once I finish assisting the others with the registration process, I plan on taking a long vacation. Lord Kamisato has already approved. I plan to head to Mondstadt to help my mother with a few things. What's with the surprised look? I don't think I've ever shared much about my family with you. There's nothing special about them. My mom was born and raised in Mondstadt, and she's a Knight of Favonius. Contact between Mondstadt and Inazuma has risen since the Sakui-ku decree was lifted, so it's gotten easier to write. Once I got a letter from her demanding I send her Inazuman wine so she could taste what you're drinking over there. But what can possibly rival dandelion wine? Shame, though. Even a taste of home might be a luxury for her now. Grandmaster Varka's expedition is camped in Nod Cry, and she received her orders to transfer. She's already en route to join them. It's been years since I last went back. Once I get there, I'll help sort through everything she left behind and see how much Mondstadt's changed. Given how far your travels take you, maybe we'll bump into each other there. I think I'll swing by the Angel's Share for some apple cider. It'll also be a perfect chance to buy some local brews. Can't find those here after all.
Hello, traveler. Are you here for a fortune slip? Apologies, but now isn't the best time. It is, and so are the bamboo slips within. However, we've run out of the corresponding fortune slips. That is, the paper slips expounding on the fortune. That depends on your fortune. We are currently preparing new slips. Draw a slip. That depends on your fortune. Till right about now. Congratulations on your great fortune.
Oh my, I was just wondering who wandered by. Why, it's you, little one. Are you here for a fortune slip? That they are, yes. Everyone in Inazuma seems to be getting more anxious by the year. Oh, won't someone think of the rising paper consumption? We just restocked earlier too, and poof, gone again. Even the great fortune slips are nearly gone. Oh, Truly, the troubles of being a Guji never cease. Still, you're in luck today. Here you are, Ringo. 300 fresh good fortune slips written by yours truly in a single sitting. Should be enough to tide us over. Well now, that depends on everyone's fortune, of course. Now, little one, aren't you here to seek yours? Go on. I'll cover your eyes while you draw a slip. Now be sure to draw well. These aren't your everyday fortunes, you know. These are Guji Yai's special slips. See? Ringo was right. Yours is a great fortune after all. Shh. Now. Don't let the whole world know, or yokai might come and snatch your good luck away. This fortune slip was personally written by the current Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine herself, Yai Miko, so it's quite potent. Guard it well, lest it ends up in the hands of a tanuki or baku. All right then. As always, I leave the rest to you, Ringo.
Yes, Lady Guji. That's exactly what she means. What Lady Guji wrote were the good fortune slips. The bad ones are yet to be completed.
Alas, any fortune I write would simply be too potent. Surely such power shouldn't be used to foretell doom and gloom. Safer then to have dear Ringo pen the misfortune slips. The well-being of every visitor to our shrine is at stake. Now, I'm off to write the modest fortunes. Do enjoy your wonderful fortune today, little one.
Please enjoy your wonderful fortune today, traveler.
Cross-referencing the results from the other investigations. Right. It looks like this break-in can be consolidated with the others. Still, what kind of criminal would steal nothing after gaining entry? And just how did they get in? Oh-ho? Perfect timing. King. Indeed I am, and on quite the interesting one too. There's a criminal breaking into homes across the city, but they never steal anything once they're in. They just make a huge mess of the bookshelves. The residents are already at their wits' end. Though there haven't been any material losses, nobody wants invaders traipsing through their homes. So they filed a case with us. This is already the third home this month. It's a bit much even for someone obsessed with novels. But there is one thread linking all the cases. Every victim owns a copy of a crime novel called The Flesh-Eating Tree that you shouldn't mess with. What's even more fascinating is that the criminals' methods mirror those described in the book. Even their physical mannerisms, down to the way they walk, are similar to the book's protagonist. In cases like this, conventional wisdom dictates that we should first bring the author down to the police station for questioning. But I've got a different theory, and the Doshin are helping me verify it as we speak. If they can find the clue I'm looking for, then I'll be able to keep putting this puzzle together. Madame Kujo Serra is leading that investigation herself. She even got all stern with me before leaving. I'll trust your judgment for now, Shika knowing, but how certain are you? Right now, about 30%. If their findings align with my expectations, 60%. And in the meantime, I need to find someone, If they really exist, then the truth won't be far off. Someone with a motive to track down every copy of the flesh-eating tree that you shouldn't mess with. Truly a head-scratcher of a case. Just what could their goal be?
Kind and generous Eoroi, and all other Tanuki. I promise I'll bring you lots of treats next time, so please, let me go this once.
And here I thought you were a fast runner, little Nekomata. Yet you can't even catch a few little tanuki? Youth these days, no discipline at all. Oh, the hide-and-seek master has shown himself. Ask him for lessons.
King, please help me reason with Eoroi. I really don't have time to play today. I've got a whole pile of deliveries left. Every time a delivery takes me through Chinju Forest, Eoroi stops me and has me play hide-and-seek with the little Tanuki. It's fun to play with them every now and then, but when it's every single time, well, I'm on the clock. After all, it's not like I can just sit around here all day every day like Eoroi.
You insolent little Nekomata! I am Eoroi, hidden protector of the grove. It is a most heavy responsibility I bear. What do you mean, sit around here? Do you mean to say that I am idle?
Heavy responsibility, huh? True enough. You're pretty heavy now that you're a big old rock. But that's not the point. Hurry up and lift the barrier spell, or I'm gonna be late delivering my packages.
Why are young yokai all so impetuous? Did you really think I'd hinder your duties? Yobu Koban, has the package been delivered?
Yes! Left it on the table. Huh? Wait, when did you? My package.
Ha! Still so young, little yokai. I knew who the package was for the moment you set foot in my forest. And while you wandered about, had Yobu Koban go and...
Fine. Delivery receipt.
What's wrong? Why are you suddenly radiating such intensity?
My delivery receipt is stuck on top of the box. If they don't sign it, then the delivery isn't considered complete. And if they throw away the box, I may as well have never delivered the package at all. If this delivery was for nothing, then you're not getting any moss cleaned next time I'm in Chinju Forest. And once you're all overgrown, you'll just be a big dumb rock that nobody can even see.
You come back! Yobu Koban, after her! You absolutely positively must help her get that receipt thingy back.
You're Miss Layla's alternate personality, yes?
Alternate personality? Don't mistake me, little Miss Yokai. I am Layla. I'm just sleepwalking right now. No less than I'd expect of my dear friend King. An apt sobriquet.
Your personality is the opposite of Miss Layla's. Almost like a mask worn over her original personality.
A mask? Oh, now that's an amusing way of putting it.
How many more masks like you are there?
That's a nice pose you're striking, little Miss Yokai. What would you do if I were to say more than one?
My response depends on your answer, so please do so. But let me be clear, lies are of no use here.
Oh my, how terrifying, but relax. I'm one of a kind, and what's more, I'm nothing like you assume. At most, I help her with her homework, and draw some star charts after she finally falls asleep. She's been pushing herself harder lately, piling more pressure on herself. Not that she'd admit it, but I know absolutely everything that goes on in her mind. She's clearly doing a good job, but she won't rest until she's found some flaw, even if there isn't one to find.
Such intense introjected aggression. Does Miss Layla rarely receive positive feedback in her daily life?
The opposite. Her advisor and classmates all praise her to the skies, but she ignores what she's already accomplished, fixating instead on every little imperfection or unfilled gap.
I understand. I'll adjust her treatment plan accordingly going forward. Just a word of caution. If Miss Layla does recover, you will disappear.
Is that so? Great. Looking forward to it.
Huh?
What confused? Little Miss Yokai, I am Layla. I always have been. Rather than disappearing. It'd just be the mask being dropped. Hey King, would you mind supporting me a bit? I think she's about ready to wake. Huh? Buddy, what? Thank you. I am supposed to be receiving therapy right now, right? I'm not. I didn't sleepwalk again, did I? Miss Mizuki, I didn't say anything rude or do anything I shouldn't have, did I?
No, you didn't. Please relax. You did, however, suddenly wake up during the treatment. It gave me quite a start.
I'm sorry. It must be because I've barely slept these past few weeks. As soon as I stop sleeping well, I start sleepwalking.
In that case, how do you feel now after that little rest?
Huh. I slept well and I don't feel dizzy. My vision isn't blurry either. But I did have a very strange dream. In it, someone was sitting next to me. I couldn't see her face, but she was holding my hand the whole time. She seemed to be saying something, but I couldn't hear it. I just felt like her presence comforted me. Hey!
It's okay. That's enough for now. Dreams are cherry blossoms carried by a swift current. Thinking of them fondly from time to time is fine. But should you try to reach out and grab them?
All right. I understand.
In that case, today's session is concluded. Please return tomorrow at the same time, Miss Layla, and please be punctual.
Yes. Thank you. And thank you for supporting me just now, I King. Okay, I'll be going now. No, I think I can write a great abstract now.
I'll expedite it, but custom-made clothes normally take longer to make. Should you leave before they're ready, I'll ship them to you via Komini Express.
Understood. You have my thanks.
Oh, it's nothing. You gave me very precise measurements to work with. This shouldn't take too long. Oh, and if you'd like, I can tailor dancing clothes for you as well.
Huh? I don't need any. I'm just buying this so I can practice with my lady. Normally, I'd never get any use out of them.
Is that so? Yet your eyes lingered on every single article of dancewear in my boutique. If I'm not wrong, you favor satin? With wave motifs and shorter hems? With ties on the wrists and sashes at the waist. I merely followed your gaze and made a few simple observations. So, How's about it? If you'd like your own outfit, now's the perfect time to have one made. Short on Mora.
Oh, that's not it. I brought enough, but...
So you're hesitating for other reasons. Do you have any coins with you?
Huh? Yeah, I've got some, but...
Flip one. Heads buy, tails don't.
Yeah, that's way too random. I actually...
Toss it. Now. The moment you do so, you'll know what your heart wants. So, heads or tails? You needn't look. If right now part of you was whispering, please be heads. It's time for you to buy yourself a new outfit. Don't miss out on something you truly want because of some meaningless concerns you may have.
Ha ha ha! Alright, boss. Make me some clothes.
Excellent. Step inside and you can tell me about your requirements. Over some tea, of course. Traveler, care to join us? We can take your measurements while we're at it. Suit yourself. Just drop by during our normal operating hours when you'd like to place an order. I trust you know when those are by now. Ms. Dia, this way, please.
Still a ways to go. Traveler, I never imagined I'd run into you here. Seems I owe that Gus just now an apology. It blew my hat away, seemingly for no reason. But no sooner had I caught it that I ran into you. Yeah, there's a researcher I'm looking for. One who's also interested in magic. He said he'd like to talk shop with me. Word is that he's invented all kinds of fantastic devices that are perfect for some truly amazing tricks. For example, he once made a miniature thermos that he kept stuffed up his sleeve. All he had to do was twitch his finger to activate the mechanism, and voila! The ice within would slide down and out through his sleeve. The ice trick, one of his myriad magic tricks. Of course it counts. Just think about it. You're a poor office worker sweltering behind your desk. You want nothing more than to head out and buy an ice-cold Fanta to quench your thirst. But it's just way too hot. The Fanta machine's broken and only dispenses warm Fanta, and there's no ice anywhere in the office. Just as you totter on the edge of despair, the colleague beside you claps their hands, and a few ice cubes suddenly appear in your cup of Fanta. Just imagine, how would you feel? Now you get it. That's what he researches. Close-up magic for daily use. That's why I'm paying him a visit too. I'd love to help him refine his close-quarters tricks and improve the impact of his close-up performances. After all, the most important part of magic is the performance, especially when you're up close and personal. Perform well and the audience will be spellbound. They'll think, I need to get closer. No, closer. I must see what surprises this magician's got in store for me. Here, this is for you, to commemorate our meeting today. Thanks for playing along. You truly are the best audience I could ask for. As long as you're beside me, I know even the thorny tricks will go off without a hitch. Uh-oh. Would you look at the time? I'd better not keep our man waiting. See you next time.
Next, turn counterclockwise twice. good. It's broken. Fine, thanks. And you? Assisting the Fluve Saunders residents. They've received some discarded machinery lately. The plan was to dismantle everything and sell the parts as usual. But some would never power off normally. This one kept randomly restarting in the middle of the night. They'd clatter all around, terrifying anyone out at night. Someone even got so scared they fell into the water and nearly drowned. Laney happened to come by for a magic show and promised to help them out. He only knows how to fix machines so they work, not how to fix them so they break. But I do. Anyway, Lenny asked me to come help. He'll be bringing me a cake soon. 1 machine, 1 cake. 3 machines left. Excuse me. The reward for the next machine is a berry cake. Berry jam filling a tart sugar syrup glaze with a ladyfinger base and decorated with mint chocolate.
She should have been here by now. Is she skipping her coffee today? No way. Today's blend is her favorite flavor. She'll be here. Ah! Yeah, you scared me half to death. Didn't anyone teach you not to sneak up on people? You did? Sorry then. I was so focused on the report and photos I didn't hear you. Still no sign of Corina, though. Is she really not coming today? You're not wrong. But if I can score the first interview with the champion duelist who never gives interviews, it'll be another front-page hit. Of course I'd get rejected like all the other reporters if I simply marched up to her. So, I've decided to take a more roundabout approach to the problem. First, I worked out a complete dossier, including all her usual haunts and routines. Next, I'll camp out in those spots at specific times to await the perfect chance encounter. I'm even learning how to play tabletop games so I can visit the tabletop troupe in a few days and play through a new script with them. And maybe even be the game master. If I can be the game master for a game Clorand is in, I could use the role to build up my rapport with her. Of course, I'd never ask inappropriate questions during a session, and I never use off-the-record statements in my reports. Ethically sourced quotes only. Navia, I've heard she's an avid gamer. What's the issue? Wait, what? Is that the kind of things a GM has to deal with? That's nothing. Talking is what we journalists do best. If I ever get stumped by something, I'll dazzle them with my professionally honed spin techniques. Nobody'll be the wiser. No way. When I speak with you, it comes straight from the heart. There's nothing I can't say to you. Whoa. Gotta run. I need to get to the Hotel de Board. Clorand might be on her way to buy some cake there this very second. See you later, I-King. And don't forget, I want an exclusive interview with you next time we get the chance.
You at the front. Keep moving. You at the back. Catch up and keep pace. Double time it. Are you on a run or a date? Really? Fantastic. Guess they volunteered for extra laps tomorrow. A little combat sprint training, and they're all tuckered out. That's what you get for slacking off during regular drills. Have push-ups. Chest beneath the bar during pull-ups. Cutting corners on laps. Think you're clever, do you? Thought I wouldn't notice? No way they can fight with their muskets like this. What'll they do if a criminal bolts? Ditch their gear and give chase? Not really. It's just getting to the marked location within the time limit, while carrying all their gear, retrieving the target item, and running back. That's it. Their packs don't even include the usual supplies for long-distance deployments. They only have to carry their firearms, ammunition observation, and protective gear, and medkits. I launch a signal flare. They must reach the spot where it lands and deploy themselves for battle there.
Captain, please stop using the Gardamex to fire the flare!
Another subpar performance and I'll be firing it from my musket. Alright, look alive, you slugs. Time for another round. Don't worry, those who fell out will be joining you. I'll make sure of that. On your feet now. Move, move, move. Run, walk, crawl. I don't care what you do. I want to see every last one of you at that marker.
Captain, please have mercy.
So, you recommend Chioria Boutique's seasonal children's clothing line?
Yes, Monsieur Neuvillette. Olaf often invites Kiara to Chiorea Boutique to try on outfits, and they take a bunch of photos. They're all adorable, too.
In that case, I shall place an order. Greetings, traveler.
Hey there. Great timing. Monsieur Neuvillette added a new stop to his itinerary, and we were just discussing what kind of gifts to bring.
A rare opportunity to take a vacation has arisen, and I plan to use it to visit the Melusines in Mercy Village. It has been some time since my last visit, and as such meetings are hard to come by, I wish to prepare some gifts. As you are here, might I solicit your advice? I believe you have already befriended a number of Melusines. As such, your insights would be most valuable.
Oh, right. I remember. Serene's letters mention that Mamamir has always been passionate about art.
Indeed. Given the environmental variations there, some waterproof paints would make a good gift.
Yeah, that's true. I can help pick some. The Clockwork Workshops usually sell spare components at a discount, and clockwork toys too.
Then I shall leave their procurement to you. Thank you. Prioritize what you like, without regard to cost. I will ensure you have an ample budget. Oh, I fear my culinary experience only extends to making soups. Sidine, are there any foods particularly popular among the Melusines recently?
Let me think. Yeah, cakes, macarons, blubber profiterole, pain de fruit. All right, and lots of snacks like Fistos and Fanta.
Oh. I understand. Everyone has different tastes, and in the interests of fairness and justice, we should have prepared a greater variety of gifts from the start. It is decided. Every one of those ideas shall be adopted. Thank you both for your suggestions. Once the purchases have been made, I will have someone package them up and send each to their respective recipients. Sidine, I believe your delivery address is still the Palais Momonia, yes?
Huh. Me. I get a present too. But aren't they for everyone in Marussia Village?
Of course. As I said, opportunities like this are hard to come by, so every Melusine should receive a gift. And you are a Melusine too, are you not?
Yeah, thank you, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Monsieur Neuvillette! It's been so long. I'm really sorry. Are we late?
No, I was just early. You were right on time.
We're here to pick you up. The other Melusines are back in the village making you dinner.
Thanks for making the journey. Today, I'll be interviewing you on behalf of Mercy Village. Monsieur Neuvillette! Please, take this flower. I just picked it for you. Monsieur Neuvillette! Monsieur Neuvillette! Monsieur Neuvillette!
Hey! Relax. He's not hard of hearing, you know. Be polite.
It's all right. Hello, everyone. I'm delighted to see all of you as well. Did you all receive the gifts I had sent over earlier?
We did! Everyone loves them.
Zana really liked the components you gave her, and she got you a thank you gift. Ferida liked them a lot too. She used them to make a pistol.
That's right! I'll definitely join the Marechaussee Phantom soon. Please believe in me.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. The process itself is already extraordinarily meaningful. I believe you will learn and gain much.
As for me, I've already hung up the skirt you got me. One day, when I'm a real journalist, I'll wear it when I give you an official interview.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Lomé. Monsieur Neuvillette is usually really busy. If you want to interview him, you'll have to apply first, then follow the proper procedures to make an appointment.
What are procedures? Do you mean those super amazing people at horticultural fairs who can grow anything? I've seen them!
No, procedures. And they're... well, I don't know either. But that's what Sadine wrote in her letter. Anyway, she also mentioned that there was one day when Monsieur Neuvillette was so busy, he didn't even have time to drink water. How could the Palais Mermonia be so cruel?
Regarding that particular problem, well, I shall be more careful in the future.
We're all really concerned about your health. It'd be nice if you spent less time working and gave yourself more time to rest instead.
Oh no, we got sidetracked, didn't we? How far into the interview did we get?
You haven't even started, Lomé. You're still in the reporting stage.
All right. No, wait, that's not right. I still have a ton of questions. We'll need to find a place to sit down for a nice long talk. And don't you worry. Seren told me how tall you are and how you bumped your head the last time you squeezed into one of our homes. So I've already gone and moved all the tables and stools outside.
Thank you for being so considerate. I feel much better now.
I still prefer being in Mercy Village. We might bump our heads, but it's wonderful.
Fontaine, too, has a number of superb places. Today I brought some water sent from Snezhnaya. Unfortunately, the long delivery time has warmed it to room temperature, and I cannot say if the taste will be affected.
Then let's hurry up and drink it. It'll be super refreshing with some fresh poisson champi.
Yeah, come on, everyone. Let's bring Monsieur Neuvillette back home pronto.
Yay! Come on, let's go, Monsieur Neuvillette.
I love diving too. Oh, hey! Long time no see. I'm talking with him. It might seem odd to you. Really? I thought that was something that only happened in picture books. Alright, then I'll share them with you. Oh, you want to hear them too? Okay, listen closely. Legends speak of a time long, long ago when there was a blubber beast who strayed from his family and friends and lived all alone in the pitch-black depths of the sea. Even as he bravely lived on in solitude, he kept searching for his family, until one day, a diver who loved to explore found him. The blubber beast had never seen a human before, and was scared at first, but the diver gave him lots of food, and promised to return the next day. And just like that, they became fast friends. Every time the diver came, the blubber beast would happily dance and slap his belly, singing the songs of the blubber beasts. The diver also adored his round belly, and could never resist giving it endless belly rubs. The blubber beast also adored the feeling of belly rubs, but since he had terrible eyesight, he only ever saw the diver's blurry silhouette. So, whenever he saw a human form approach, he'd happily dance, patting his belly and singing. Oh, good boy. Here, have some fish. I just caught them, so bon appetit. I wish that was where the story ended, but... One day, that diver stopped coming altogether. The blubber beast waited for a long, long time. Finally, he gathered the courage to go and look for the diver, swimming off in the direction the diver had swum off to, until he had finally reached the beach. And that's where the picture book I have ends. I don't know how the rest of the story goes. Our two friends might have... Oh, don't be sad. It's just a story. It's not real. I think... yeah. I'm sure it will. Oh, want some more fish? Give me a second. I should still have some more. I wonder, just what does a blubber beast's belly feel like? So... I guess I'll go for it then? Wow. This is really something. A world removed from petting Lynette's cat. Wow. This is really something. A world removed from petting Lynette's cat.
Film seller's sure got a loose tongue. I told him to keep quiet. Is that the kind of person you think I am? You think that I, Charlotte, would just go recklessly barging into foreign nations just to get a scoop? Then you'd be right. Yes, I am. Ha! But even so, I still need to get the editor-in-chief to approve. I must have pitched a dozen reasons to cover Natlin by now. It's always a no. Not only that, but she won't even approve any vacation. I even promised to leave my chimeras and spare film rolls behind during any personal trip to Netlin. It's not like I lied to her. I might have just omitted a detail or two. And then the scoundrel that sold me the film went and sold me out too. Euphrasia went straight to my dad and told him to ground me for a month. Still, hey, even if I can't go to Natlin Nodcry's fair game, I don't need them to fund the trip either. I've got plenty of savings. I've also heard my dad say he knows some correspondents stationed there, so it's a perfect place for a vacation with news-related perks. The Adventurer's Paradise, and Elysium, Its reputation alone is worth writing a few pieces about. Okay, I'm off to buy some supplies. I'll need some warm clothes and a whole lot of spare film and equipment. Right? And I need to convince Mom and Pops too so they can contact their friends over there. Otherwise, I'll need to find lodging on my own.
Ha! You're absolutely right. Nothing beats Mondstadt's dandelion wine.
It's your long-awaited homecoming, so drink up. Make the most of it. Oh, and while the apple cider and dandelion wine here are stellar, I must also recommend the cocktails. Death. Afternoon is a personal favorite.
Sound advice. Sir Kaya. Let me see. Oh, Keqing. Can't believe we actually did run into each other here. Absolutely. The windmill's the Archon statue in the square and Mom's favorite tavern. Everything's exactly like I remembered, the same as in my dreams. It's wonderful. I already sorted through everything my mother left for me. Some were important documents, others old mementos, but everything was in good shape. I also inspected and cleaned the house thoroughly. Old places that stay empty too long tend to start falling apart. After all, leaks here, cracks there. I just finished that cleanup. It took way longer than I expected. Then I thought I'd pop out for some fresh air, and that's when I bumped into Sir Kaya.
Mr. Tama, you're always welcome here. The honorary knight isn't alone in being glad to see Ulrich's son return. I'm sure you feel the same.
Thank you both. Honestly, if I hadn't run into Sir Kaya, I'd have struggled to even begin catching up on everything that's changed here.
Think nothing of it. Ulrica joined the Knights of Favonius before me, and it's my pleasure to assist her family. Besides, I'm rather enjoying my time with you. Hearing a Mondstadter's first-hand account of Inazuma beats learning about it from reports any day.
If you're interested in hearing more, maybe we can exchange addresses? There's a lot of things that can't be explained in a few words over drinks.
Gladly. Just address your letters to the Knights of Favonius. And on your end?
You can send them to the Yashiro Commission in Inazuma. Only half a day back home, and I've run into an old friend and met a new one who even knows my family. That's too much good fortune not to toast. Cheers! Ooh, Death Afternoon. Now that's strong stuff!
Oh dear, are you quite alright?
I wish I could handle stronger liquor, but whew, I can already feel my face turning redder than a beet after just one glass.
Surprising. Ulrica could drink most sailors under the table.
Yeah, I remember tagging along with her to Knights of Favonius banquets. They were right here at the Angel's Share. Then all the adults were drinking dandelion wine and apple cider, and I was the only one stuck drinking the non-alcoholic version. Drove me mad too.
Let me guess what happened next. You snuck a taste of the grown-up drinks.
Busted. I swapped my glass with one of the adults, and I recall being seated near the kitchen.
What Mondstadt kid hasn't pulled that trick at least once? D-Luke and I did something similar when we were children.
I knew it! There are some things only fellow Mondstadters really understand. Anyway, that drink burned young me's throat like wildfire. Later, my mother sent some apple cider to Inazuma. I thought the taste might be mellower than I remembered given it'd been so long. Nope, still burned all the way down. I ended up having to share the rest with the other Kamisato retainers, but they loved it. Gave me a whole pile of gifts too, which I sent back here along with my letter.
There was that time, Ulrica was passing out Inazuman snacks to everyone. Is that why?
Maybe. Did you get to try any?
I did. Dango, I believe. Good stuff. That. To whom at the Yashiro Commission do I owe my thanks?
The Dango? I think that was Miss Kamisato. Lord Kamasato sent tempura, Hirote Tatsu sent seasoned onigiri. Just 2 bottles for a whole smorgasbord of snacks.
Well, like mother, like son. That was your kindness and enthusiasm being gifted back to you, I'd say. You may not have heard, but when your mother left for Nod Cry, we knights threw her a farewell party here. It was supposed to be a small event, but so many people attended that the place was packed. Take it from someone with first-hand experience, free-spirited and thoughtful, gentle and kind. Ulrika is the very model of a knight.
She'll be thrilled to hear that. Next time I write to her, I'll be sure to pass her kind words along. Maybe toss in a bottle of good Inazuman sake. But for now, how about we switch to non-alcoholic cider?
Fine by me. A little variety never hurt anyone. Between having heard your tales and making a new friend, this rounds on me. Yours included. Honorary knight. By the way, Thomas, you never finished telling those yokai legends you mentioned before. Kitsune and Bake Danuki making a bet? Haha, now that's a story.
Actually, it's not a story. It's true. If you should ever visit Inazuma, you can come find me at the Yashiro Commission. I'll introduce you to real yokai. In Inazuma, whether Oni or Tengu, they work honest jobs like everyone else.
I'm already looking forward to it. Today's drinking session has been most fruitful.
Then it's settled. I expect they'll all be thrilled to have you as their new friend. You treated us today. Next time it'll be on me.
You really are your mother's son, every bit as generous. I'll hold you to it.
And just like that, she's left. She looked like she was in pain too. Must have had to go take her medicine. Oh, just in time. Keqing. Remember that case from before? I already cracked it. Naturally. Madame Kujo Sera wouldn't approve of closing a case if there was any doubt. I suppose I can tell you the whole story. You look like you might explode from curiosity otherwise. She probably won't come after me for leaking the case details. In short, the culprit was a student who frequented second-hand bookshops. Too poor to buy books, he'd just read them on site. One day he wrote a letter confessing his love to the girl he admired in secret and planned to slip it into her desk. But in the end, shyness got the better of him, and he retrieved it unopened. Dejected, he began to head back home. On the way, he wanted to crumple the letter into a ball and toss it, but couldn't bear to do that either, so he began mindlessly fanning himself with it. Just then, he passed by a second-hand bookshop. So, to distract himself from his problems, he decided to head in and finish the novel he'd started reading a few days earlier. After finishing The Flesh-Eating Tree That You Shouldn't Mess With, he returned home, only to discover that his love letter was nowhere to be seen. Exactly. He had accidentally used his love letter as a bookmark while reading. By the time he realized his mistake and returned to retrieve it, he found that the book had already been sold and the shopkeeper couldn't recall the buyer's name. The poor kid must have been driving himself crazy thinking, if anyone reads that I'm done for. I've got to get it back no matter what. Desperate, he turned to the modus operandi he'd read about in that same crime novel to retrieve it. I don't know if it's because he's actually really talented, due to the book's meticulous and detailed descriptions, or maybe because Inazuma City's been so safe lately that nobody bothers with basic precautions. But he succeeded. He used the criminal techniques in the book to conduct numerous break-ins and threw all of Hanamazaka into chaos. As the case was initially pretty minor, only the Doshin were assigned to the case at first. But as investigations stalled out, the public got more and more restless, so Madame Kujo Sera assigned me to take charge. Fortunately, it wasn't too complicated, and as for the process, Well, I'd say things went pretty smoothly. Cough. Well, I didn't really catch him per se. One of the Doshin from the station bought a copy of The Flesh-Eating Tree That You Shouldn't Mess With. He was going on about how I gotta see for myself how good a book that can make a criminal willing to risk it all is. And when he opened it, the letter just fell out. After reading this baffling love letter, everything clicked. So I just picked a time when classes were about to finish intercepting our little criminal on his way out. Of course he did. Turned tail and was about to bolt the second he saw me. So I just said, "If you run, I'll show the letter to your crush's desk mate." No sooner had I finished speaking than he meekly surrendered. It was a bluff. I'd never actually follow through with something that low. He might be a kid, but a crime is a crime, and crimes come with consequences. He'll have to take responsibility and pay all the restitution required. That's why I say that crime novels that romanticize crime end up desensitizing people to it. Something like this isn't really illegal, right? No harm, no foul. It's no big deal. Once ideas like that start worming into people's minds, they might unknowingly turn into fools who cross the line. Keqing, do you think like that? Ha ha ha? Really? It's okay if you do. It's only a crime if you act on such thoughts after all. Oh, would you look at the time? I should head back to the station. The pile of cases on my desk isn't going to solve itself. After a debacle like this, I'm sure it won't be long before Madame Kujo takes us all on another public safety lecture tour. Let's just hope we don't have any idiot copycat criminals. Otherwise, overtime beckons again.
You don't need any kind of camouflage to fit into Nodcry. People from everywhere in all walks of life congregate there. There isn't a thing you can wear that would stand out.
Huh, really? Then I'll just wear what I've got on now.
You'll freeze to death. I'll make you something more suitable for the cold. Come pick it up in 2 weeks.
Understood! Thanks, Chiari.
It's nothing. Oh, and by the way, those gloves you were eyeing earlier, they'd clash horribly with your look.
Oh, well, I was just browsing.
And you won't accidentally bump into Clorand in my shop either.
What? I've listened.
When she orders gloves from me, I usually have Kirara deliver them straight to her door. The only person you'll meet camping here for her is Chevreuse. Perhaps you've a taste for the Special Patrol's hospitality?
Nope, none at all. Zero interest.
Like I said, 2 weeks, in-store pickup.
Yes! Got it! And thanks.
Traveler, sorry to keep you waiting. If you'd like to buy something, just say so. I'm a bit busy, so no invitations to come in for tea and chit-chat today. You know our business hours, so if you'd like to try or buy, just drop by then. I'll be heading back in. And, little Miss Journalist, remember, 2 weeks.
Yes, absolutely. Looks like nothing gets past Chiari. Time to change tack. Someone told me that Clorand sometimes comes here to buy gloves. Turns out he was playing me for a fool. Forget it! That's not what matters now. My priority is to stock up and prep for my trip to Nodcry. Mom wasn't totally sold, but I never imagined how supportive Pops would be. He even gave me advice and helped plan some potential stories too. I mean, potential vacation spots to visit. And not only that, he helped buy a bunch of stuff and sent letters to his friends there, asking them to help look after me. I already know them though. Veteran reporters all. Of course he did. He's the top reporter in all of Teyvat. Nothing gets by him. Naturally, he's the best dad, too. If we're lucky, King will see each other in Nodcry.
There should be enough bark samples. Next, soil collection. I came here to assist Tainari with collecting plant samples. He directed me to come collect bark around here. But these trees are covered in mushrooms, and I have to clear them away. It's not easy. I can't help but wonder just how these mushrooms got to that size. Right. Tainari also talked about how the environmental factors influencing the growth of fungi are extremely complex and varied, each interacting with the others. Even the smallest change in one variable can greatly impact their growth process. No, I've simply been pondering a question these past few days. Do you know why fungi only grow on trees and not on grilled meat? Because that's what they've always done. They're all vegetarians.
Where do we come from? And where are we going?
I'm serious. You should let me come with you. Or, if not me, then at least find some mercenaries to join you.
A large group moves too slowly. Speed is what we need to catch a fugitive like him.
But...
That's enough. Proceed as planned. We have to get him on the first try.
Yes, General Mahamatra.
Nothing, Major. A scholar made a prohibited device and fled the academia with it. We're already in pursuit. We've decided to act discreetly to avoid alarming the general public. Affirmative. The plan is all set. Other Matra will prepare the trap, and I will go alone and drive him into it. He's cunning. He's already outwitted multiple Matra tracking him, and some sustained significant injuries. But he won't escape this time. Don't worry. I'm just scaring a cowardly little jackal. It'll jump into the trap on its own. If it resists, then the sands will claim it. It's fine. I handle cases like this all the time. There won't be any surprises. Sorry. Inspiration eludes me for now. I'll be sure to tell you a good one once I get back.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Well...
Another commission asking for me by name? Nah, not taking it. Send it back where it came from. If they want to talk business, they can drop by my shop in person. I don't discuss work via letter. You have no idea how tedious business correspondence is. A dozen or more letters could bounce back and forth before you could change the dimensions of a single component. I've wasted more time delivering letters than I care to tally up. Anyone who's got that much time can come to the tribe and talk with me face to face. It's more efficient that way. Huh? Another letter? And they insist I open it? Seriously. It's Mawika. She's already at my workshop, waiting to discuss things with me face to face. Ka. Nope, not gonna happen. I gotta get away, far, far away. Think Shilun and think.
Looks like another uneventful day in Hanamizaka. Well, since I'm already out and about, I might as well grab a quick bite before reporting back to Madame Kujo. But on the contrary, I've just finished my work as a doshin. My work as a detective has not yet begun. That accusation was almost too flimsy to bother refuting. Now, actually, I wasn't joking. Recently, a group of shady peddlers have been hawking illicit potions all over Hanamizaka. They used to be legitimate vendors, but they've gone rogue for some reason. They're using their legal businesses as cover to lead us in circles. The Doshin have been on it for ages without finding anything conclusive, so I plan to break this case wide open, my way. Ha, appreciated, but this case isn't nearly serious enough to warrant you getting involved. Sango and the others have been conducting a covert investigation for some time. Now they've already got most of the evidence. Now, it's my turn. Now that's a welcome sentiment, Keqing. If everything does go well, I'll treat you to something tasty. Promise. If everything does go well, I'll treat you to something tasty. Promise. Quite the slippery bunch. But there's no such thing as a deed that leaves no trace. I seem to have run into a minor snag. They're a bit sharper than I anticipated. Not only do they have a whole pile of middlemen who don't even know each other, but their sales channels are all one way. It's time to find a new angle.
I see. So no ninjutsu can disguise someone as a potion bottle after all. But think about it. A human-sized bottle. Now, wouldn't that be an eye-catching sight?
Really? But making a ninja gadget like that would take forever. And it'd be a real pain, too.
Keqing. Wah, what bribe brings you here?
I ran into Dory while I was shopping, and she dragged me into helping film an advertisement. She talked so fast, I couldn't even get a word in, and bought me lots of snacks and drinks, so I've been listening to her talk this whole time.
Hey, this little potion is nothing less than the newest, most valuable treasure in Lord Sange Mabe's portfolio. Behold! Feast your eyes on the ultra-amazing miracle tonic guaranteed to make you taller with zero effort. Come on, customers these days don't have the patience for in-depth pamphlets or detailed explanations. So I just crammed everything they need to know about the potion and its effects into the name. It's a bit long, sure, but it gets the point across loud and clear.
Sounds nice, but I don't have any more. The Shrine Maiden took all my allowance. No, not at all. It's just for safekeeping. If I need money, I can ask her for it. I've never really understood budgeting and always spent too fast. So, by the end of the month, I never had anything left. Once the Shrine Maiden found out, she insisted on helping me do, an audit. Then she sat me down and went through my expenses all night long. Turns out, I keep buying random stuff, none of which I can actually use. My house is stuffed full of unopened Komaniya Express packages. She helped me go through them and discovered 5 different types of height-boosting medicines, 6 kinds of nutritional supplements, and a whole bunch of different shoes and insoles. So she said that starting this month, she'll manage my stipend.
If I want to buy something, I have to ask her first. No more impulse buying.
So, Miss Ninja, hypothetically, and I do mean hypothetically, if you were to tell that kind shrine maiden you wish to purchase my potion. Please, I, King. Such harsh language. Are you implying that I, Lord Sangema Bay, am lying? But of course, in matters of business, would I ever? King! How could you? Is that really how you see me? You know that I'm neither the largest nor fastest of felines. Ah! Living up to your name and fame, I King. To be so well-versed in such knowledge, you are well-traveled indeed. Fine, forget it. Miss Ninja, since I King is your friend, allow me to make you a special offer. She was about to buy too. But with I King here and acting all familiar with Sayu, I can't mark it up. As long as you're willing to help me make the ad this potion is on the house. Yes! That's the ticket. Short-term loss, long-term profit. Once sales take off, I'll earn every mora back a dozen times over. During the production of the advertisement, all potions you consume shall be free of charge. And that's not all. I King here, take this bottle, a free sample.
Really? But with my height, can we really film an ad?
Not to worry. When it comes to making an ad, height simply isn't a problem. All you need to do is use your ninjutsu and poof. Turn yourself into a potion bottle and then burst open with another big poof. And then potion bottles will come raining down from the sky. Now that'll wow audiences for sure.
I can't do that with my ninjutsu.
No problem. I managed to hire a magician from Fontaine to help. We'll film the ad together, and soon it'll be seen across Tevat.
Then, I need to go ask for some time off. I've been working so hard lately, she'll definitely approve it. Then, I need to go ask for some time off. I've been working so hard lately, she'll definitely approve it.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome.
Got it. I won't let a house scare anyone.
Scare people? Know that the almighty Dragon Lord's dear presence is an awe-inspiring thing!
Awe-inspiringly pathetic?
Kenichi! What did you just say? Oh, look who crawled out of their hidey hole! Here to scrape up some work? Too bad. All the lucrative gigs already under the purview of the almighty Dragon Lord, and we...
Ignore a how, traveler. If you'd like any commissions, I can recommend you some. Right. And if you need any help, just ask.
Help? Oh, how noble, how high-minded! How about you?
Shut it, Ahau. Save your breath for the monsters we'll be fighting.
Well, what do you know? Help can come from unexpected corners. Still, at least the case is closed. Now, as for Madame Kujo Sarah, how should I go over this in the debriefing? You flatter me. If it weren't for Miss Dory's assistance, it would have been a real headache. A potion from Miss Dory. Oh, that would be the ultra-amazing miracle tonic guaranteed to make you taller with zero effort, right? I've heard of it. Her name's been on the Tenryo Commission's watch list for ages, and we've already tested the potion. It's a harmless herbal mix, and the herbs themselves are healthy, so it technically does boost growth. Ha ha ha, you should take a closer look at her tagline. It's an ultra-amazing miracle tonic guaranteed to make you taller with 0 effort. Did she mention anywhere how long it would take to grow taller? Bingo. Drinking it might promote growth over time, but as for how long you'd have to drink it before you saw results, who can say? If you ask me, chugging milk would be way more effective than drinking that. Exactly. From what I can tell, Miss Dory herself knows that this so-called miracle tonic is little more than a placebo, which is why she put so much energy into hyping it up with marketing redirecting everyone's attention right where she wanted it. Now that I think about it, that's probably why she was so cooperative. Didn't even want to talk about compensation. That's the one. It was thanks to her that I finally cracked the case wide open. Back when I first asked her to help, I thought a merchant of her repute would drive a hard bargain, but she didn't ask for anything. But now, I can only guess that she'd already scooped up all of the syndicate's remaining legitimate channels and partners. Oh well, forget it. I don't even want to try untangling the minds of merchants. But with a well-connected informant like Miss Dory around, future cases should be much easier to solve. Madame Cujo isn't listening, is she? Good thing she left. Still, look at the time. I need to get back to the station soon, or she's going to give me an earful. Take care, King. But remember, no crime's okay.
Latest news from the Adventurers Guild. There's something strange going on at Salterai, and loads of monsters have shown up. The Millilith has designated the whole area as off-limits. Maybe we should stop by and see what's going on. Off here. Look at all that spooky smoke around the ley line deposit over there. Could that be where the monsters are coming from? Looks like the Millilith have set up camp to deal with this. There's soldiers and fortifications everywhere. Yeah, let's fight side by side with the Millilith and send those monsters packing, just like old times. Then we can focus on what to do about that weird deposit.
Halt, you two. There's danger up ahead. I'll have to ask you to turn back. No, wait. I think I recognize you. Are you Sergeant Traveler?
Sergeant? What the heck? Have you been doing night shifts in the Millilith while Paimon's asleep?
I'm Fengjin, leader of this Millilith platoon. Staff Officer Su Ding has mentioned you before, and had nothing but praise for your extraordinary talents. Our reports also list you as an honorary knight in the Knights of Favonius, granted captain-level authority in times of crisis. Therefore, it seems only appropriate to address you as Sergeant. But now that introductions are out of the way, let's get back to business. Please, come with me. We should meet with Lady Yuheng.
Wait, Keqing's here too? Huh. This situation must be more complicated than we thought. So much for solving this with one quick fight.
Lady Yuheng, as you predicted, the Traveler and his second-in-command are here to see you.
Good work, Fengjin. It's been a while, you two. I see you're still chasing danger. The news has barely gone out, and here you are, first at the front line as ever. Let me start by giving you a brief background of the situation. For many years, this ley line deposit has been very stable. However, for reasons we've not yet determined, it recently became unusually active, which has led to an alarming surge in monster attacks. Worse still, eliminating the monsters seems to have no effect. The ley line disturbance remains, and anyone who comes into contact with it is transported to a strange domain. This is the first time we've seen this sort of anomaly.
Yikes! That's really weird. So, somehow, this ley line deposit is turned into a sort of teleport waypoint? And shouldn't you guys be calling for more backup? There's no way a camp this size can withstand an otherworldly invasion.
Please don't worry, Paimon. Our defenses are as stable as can be, and all units are elite officers who have served in the Guili Plains. With their experience, each one of them is easily worth 100 troops. Still, the longer this garrison stays up, the more costly it will be. If we don't find the source of the ley line disturbance soon, we run the risk of depleted resources and troop fatigue. Military action should be taken with precision and prudence. Every attack has to count. A passive defense is always a losing strategy.
That makes a lot of sense. Sitting around and waiting for the enemy to attack sounds like it would really suck.
Yes, which is why Yelan has taken a team to infiltrate and investigate the domain. They should be back in a few hours with the intel we need.
A few hours? I'm sorry I would have taken my time if I'd known the Lady Yu Hung wanted to catch up with Keqing in private.
Ah! Why'd you have to sneak up on us like that, Yelan?
You're back early. I'm guessing things didn't go according to plan.
Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that we now have a rough idea of what's going on. In short, this anomaly is a vestige of a past ley line disturbance. By examining on-site samples and cross-checking them against our war records, I was able to confirm that the ley lines are currently reenacting major historical battles inside the domain. This likely explains the monsters that managed to slip out too. Sounds familiar. Thought it might. My sources tell me that Mondstadt has experienced a similar phenomenon in the recent past. Fortunately, the situation never spiraled out of control thanks to a relentless effort by a certain honorary knight and Dark Knight hero to keep the monsters at bay. This eventually depleted all the information stored in the ley line, after which it returned to normal. Basically, they waged a war of attrition and won.
Well, that explains why the ley line deposit is bright red. There was one just like it back then, too. Big and red and plump. Huh, like a juicy apple ripe for the picking.
Heh, I see what you're doing, Keqing. Making light of the situation signals to the person trying to hire you that if they want you to take things seriously, they need to make you a serious offer. But don't worry, we won't disappoint you on that front.
You're starting to lose Paimon a little.
And the bad news, Yelan? Give it to us straight.
Sure. As you've already noticed, this ley line disturbance differs from previous cases in that defeating the monsters here in the outside world will not suffice. So unless we target the deepest recesses of this domain and defeat all the monsters lurking within this battle, could drag on forever. To complicate things further, there seems to be a strange set of rules at play in the domain. While we were inside my team, and I started to notice that something was working against us, forbidding us from reaching the core. Things went smoothly at first. We were collecting and analyzing items without too much trouble. But once we pushed deeper, the team was overcome with a sudden sense of weakness. They could no longer fight at full strength. Meanwhile, the monsters only got stronger. Some of them even showed traits we've never observed before. It got pretty dicey at points. My verdict is we need to find someone highly resistant to ley line interference, who can look into the domain's rules undisturbed. If they let a squad inside, they could figure out how to navigate the environment, then strike at the heart of the domain, and quell this ley line disturbance once and for all.
So to summarize, we have two options. The first is to strengthen our defenses, keep fending off the monster attacks, and hope the disturbance dies down in due course. Option 2 is to send the Traveler inside the domain with a team of troops to eliminate the disturbance at the source. Understood. I'll prepare for both courses of action. I'll need to contact Ningguang and request additional funding for our defenses. At the same time, I'll reach out to the Keqing to discuss manpower. We need to get our troops on rotation as soon as possible.
Hey! Isn't this the part where you're supposed to tell us to get out there and give them what for?
Sorry, but peacekeeping in Liyue is a duty that belongs to the Millelith and the Keqing. It's my role as commander to keep my officers from taking on unnecessary risks. Plus, I don't want you taking this on all by yourself, for reasons both professional and personal. So if you don't want to get involved, I won't force you. I'll simply treat this like a long-term training exercise for the Millelith, with several platoons working in rotation to eliminate each wave of monsters. Meanwhile, I'll have scouts keep up the intelligence-gathering work inside the domain. Once we understand it sufficiently well, we can put a strike team together to head in and neutralize the threat. Of course, if you do wish to participate, you'll have my full support and the entire garrison at your disposal. And once the leyline disturbance has been brought under control, I will review your record and compensate you accordingly.
Paimon too! Whichever way you cut it, we can't sit this one out. We're allies of Liyue. We're the best adventurer duo around, and we're friends of Keqing and Yelan. Plus, we don't need to worry about being shortchanged. Keqing and Yelan will definitely make it worth their time.
That looks like determination to me. I like what I see. Alright, here's how we're going to do this. Yelan, tell your team to prepare for another trip into the domain, this time with the Traveler joining them.
Not so fast. I need some time to think this through. The situation at the site is in constant fluctuation, so we can't just go rushing in. We have to time it just right. I can take this time to rest up and assemble your A-team. Be ready for anything. This will be a fiercer battle than most. Now's the perfect time. If we seize this chance, we should be able to go deeper into the domain's core. Of course, that's assuming we can figure out the rules along the way as well as how to deal with our foes.
Keep your eyes peeled and your blades ready. Be aware of your surroundings at all times, and look out for one another. Remember, whenever the situation takes a turn for the worse, it never hurts to retreat and regroup. Don't go pushing yourselves too hard, all right? With that said, I await your triumphant return.
Yeah! We'll be back with good news for the both of you!
Burn it down!
Emerge, right here.
Solidify!
Emerge, right here.
Here you are. Stabilize!
Rev the engines! Light it up!
Right now. Emerge.
process of elimination.
Solidify!
Burn it down!
I got him cornered!
Stabilize!
Light it up!
Target acquired.
Wrath from the sky! Full thrust!
Solidify!
Let my name echo in song! Show it!
I got him cornered. Claim these souls!
Order guide you! Stabilize!
Pyroclastic surge!
Target acquired.
Silence! The tonnage beckon.
Let the world collide!
Off to the breach!
I will have order! Bow your head. Solidify!
Goose on the loose! A dash of frost!
Settle down! This is order! Stabilize!
Time to shine! Yoo-hoo!
Be sanctified! Silence!
Hello, Miss! A burst of sleep!
Bow your head.
This domain is messed up. No wonder even Yelan found it dicey. Which major historical battle do you think is being reenacted here? Feels like one where most soldiers would be way out of their depths. Hopefully not. Surely not right. Please tell Paimon you're exaggerating.
Ah, you're back.
And by the look on your face, I'm guessing this is a triumphant return after all.
Sure is. But it was really, really scary in there.
Incredible! You did very well to brave all of that and still emerge victorious. Good work.
After you entered the domain, there was a sharp drop in stray monsters out here. And although you didn't eliminate the root of the problem, it's plain to see you've weakened the ley line disturbance considerably.
Which means you've weakened the monsters as well. Now any rank-and-file soldiers can comfortably fend them off.
Why do you sound weirdly excited about this? Don't go getting too bloodthirsty.
Oh, one other thing. We received a response from Yujing Terrace. Both the Tianxuan and the Keqing have agreed to establish a long-term partnership with the Traveler. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we may even be able to turn this ley line disturbance to our advantage. Moving forward, you'll have the full support of this garrison. While the disturbance remains active, the Millelith will take care of any monsters that escape from the domain, using the opportunity to hone their combat skills. You, of course, are free to enter the domain if you so wish.
We've turned the tables on this situation. What started as a potential crisis is now a major asset to Millelith recruits.
Oh, that's a big weight off our shoulders. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, ley lines are pretty fascinating things, aren't they? If only there was a way to grab them and shake all the secrets out. Or, who knows, maybe one day we'll run into some smart cookie who hands us a big thick book called Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Ley Lines.
One, two... should need to make a few more. Some topical injury ointments. One of our tribesmen, the idiot, put way too much weight on the barbell for his squats. He lost control and threw out his back. He's just lucky others reacted so fast. If they hadn't managed to rush in to stabilize the barbell... I gave him a detailed, clear training plan, and specifically warned him multiple times to have me spot him if he wanted to push himself with heavier weights. But no, the fool got all full of himself, had to try on his own, and refused to listen to everyone else. Now he's stuck with a busted back. Even my special ointments can't cure him overnight. What a pain. Now I'll have to go and give them another safety lecture in a few days.
Alright, this should do the trick. Sharp eye, Traveler. Here, check this out. A new formula I just whipped up. Works like a charm for juvenile saurians suffering from appetite loss. Just one problem. It's too good. If juveniles without appetite issues eat it, let's just say they start binging. Case in point, a few days ago, Kakuku swiped 2 tablets while I wasn't looking, and...
Still got room for seconds, bro!
Looks like the flavor profile needs a tweak. Otherwise, Natlan's gonna have a juvenile saurian obesity epidemic shortly. Oof.